We've had a nice taste of spring this last weekend, but winter is about to hit us again with a vengeance. I don't know about you, but when it's cold out, I really love a casserole. I want something that perfumes the air with just absolute deliciousness. And one of my favorite things to make is a lasagna. People talk about how hard it is to make a lasagna. I don't think it's all that hard. Hi, I'm Nica and welcome to Tasty Thursday. Today we're talking about lasagna. I'm going to break it down into 3 basic steps. And this is like a master recipe. You can use this and put your own twist on things. But there are 3 parts to it. Part 1 is the sauce. Part 2 is the filling. Part 3 is the assembly. Ready? Let's go. Step 1 is the sauce. So what I'm doing is I'm doing about 2 tablespoons of olive oil in a saucepan. I'm going to crush however many garlic cloves I feel like crushing into this. I'm adding about a teaspoon of salt. And so that's 2 big cans of diced tomatoes that I've drained, and I'm just going to do this about 6 times. And then I'm stirring this in. This is a very basic sauce. You are welcome to add basil, you're welcome to add oregano, you can add fresh parsley if you want to, but this is just kind of a bare bones basic sauce. It's a great, bright, fresh tomato sauce. Things that you can do to spice it up. If you want to make a vegetarian lasagna, what you could do is saute mushrooms and then add this sauce to the top of it. I'm going to actually make a meat lasagna today, and so I'm going to saute some onions and some ground beef and some pork sausage and mix that in there and then add that sauce to the top of it. A lot of people choose to just use ricotta cheese. I like the lightness that comes when you add in cottage cheese, and so that's what I do. So I've got cottage cheese and ricotta cheese. I'm going to do a handful of grated Parmesan cheese right into the filling. I'm going to add a teaspoon of dried basil. And I am going to add 1 egg. What the egg does is it just helps hold it together. Chopped and drained spinach. I just used a frozen bag of it, and I'm going to mix this in together. And a word about lasagna noodles. You certainly can use the no-boil lasagna noodles. I like using regular boiled lasagna noodles, but the trick is you don't have to boil them first. They will cook just fine in the sauce. Is that you really have to make sure that the liquid covers all the edges of the lasagna. I'm going to start by putting 2 cups of sauce in the bottom. Layer my lasagna noodles. Top of each, I'm just putting kind of a little scoop of filling on top of each noodle. And I'm a big person using my hands. Yes, my hands are clean, I've washed them, and I'm just going to spread it out over each noodle. Cheese, shredded mozzarella cheese, a handful of it, layer it, sprinkle it kind of nicely on top, and then I'm going to do this whole thing as many times as I've got stuff. I have some grated Parmesan cheese, and I'm just going to sprinkle that on top. And there you have it. It's going to be an absolutely delicious cold weather meal that's fabulous for dinner, for breakfast, for lunch, or any time in between. Don't forget to tune in next week when I'm going to show you a way to make lunches for the whole week ahead of time.